Welcome to SilverC Review. This podcast will have an introduction, a movie review, and a movie recommendation. All the times will be listed down below, so feel free to skip around and listen to whatever you want to. I'm going to go into some movies that I watched recently. Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again, 4 out of 10. It's not a terrible movie, but definitely nothing compared to the first one, which I really liked the first one. And I kind of knew it was going to be bad going into it, so it wasn't a big surprise. Ralph Breaks the Internet, 9 out of 10. Way better than I thought it was going to be. Probably, it was very similar to Ready Player One with a lot of references, so that's probably one of the main reasons I liked it. And I was definitely didn't know that it was going to be quite this good, and it had Disney in it, a lot of the Disney princesses, and a lot of cool stuff, so definitely adding this one to my collection. And I would probably put this one, I didn't actually look at my list, but I'd probably put it in my top 10 of 2019, maybe. I don't know, it was good though. The Breadwinner, 6 out of 10. It had a decent animation, but the story was alright, just not quite a keeper. I'm gonna go into the movie review. This one's going to be Marry Poppins Returns. Giving this one a 7 out of 10. There will be spoilers. This movie has a good beginning. I really like the song that starts us off with the lamplighters and everything. Man, the area I'm walking it smells really bad. It's got water that's been sitting for a while, and you can smell it. Also might be a little bit windy, but I think this microphone handles the wind fairly decently. Take a picture real quick. It kind of made me sad that the kids got to experience Mary Poppins, and then when they grow up, it was like it never happened. They kind of got bitter, and I was like, man, the whole point of that movie was to like instill magic on them and make them believe and stuff like that, and then he's just very bitter person. I mean, not like overly bitter, but if you had received that kind of experience, I feel like you should believe in magic a little bit more. The animation on the bath song was a little goofy, and I didn't really think it looked that great. I was actually kind of worried after watching the animation if the rest of the movie was going to be like that. Luckily it was not, but I don't know, there's something about it I did not care for it. The spinning pot animation was very cool though. I really like the colors and the designs of their uniforms whenever they get into that area. It was just very colorful and neat to look at. It was kind of weird though that one of the cartoon characters seemed to have like a evil grin on his face. I was like, huh? Did I just see that correctly? Like, I don't remember in the first movie cartoon characters being bad, but I could be wrong. I haven't seen it in a long time. I like how she said, I haven't sung in years, and they were just singing like a few minutes ago. Hear the geese? I'm gonna try to get a picture of this barge. It's moving faster than I thought it was. Probably won't be able to tell that much. If I could get around this bin, maybe you can listen to some geese. I'm so close. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the barge trying to determine if I'm going to be able to get a picture of it. Now I've got trees in my way. The musical number that they do sing in that area was pretty cool. Oh, here we go. Okay. I'm going to get me a picture of this barge. Alright. Success. as the wind hits me in the face. So I guess the cartoon character was indeed evil, and I can kind of see where they were going with that theme, with him stealing their stuff and the kids losing the house. Can you hear the plane? The musical number that was kind of like looking at things from a different angle had a very good message, but didn't really care for the number itself. The lampladders were probably my favorite. It was just like the chimney sweeps in the previous one. For some reason, I love that style of dancing. It's very choreographed, with everyone doing either the same motions or motions that mesh well together, and using the objects around them. Reminds me a lot of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, which it's funny because Dick Van Dyke's in that one too, but it's kind of what I would consider like his style of dancing. I'm gonna come over here and get some picture of some geese real quick. All my videos are just gonna be pictures of geese. I thought it was weird that they actually are losing the house, at least at this point in the movie. I was like, man, they're actually losing it. Oh, look, there's a person. With them having to move all their stuff out. So, I thought it was kind of weird how they have this big climbing sequence where they are trying to risk their lives to get up there and stop the clock, and then it still doesn't stop it, and she just like flies up there. It's like, if you were gonna fly up there, like, what's the point of having the big climbing sequence? Here's a puppy dog too. Dick Van Dyke was actually in this movie. I was so happy to see him. Oh, this looks like a very friendly puppy dog. Hang on, I gotta pet the dog. Hi, Pooch. Hi. You're a pretty dog. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you gonna follow me now?
Thank you for tolerating. Her name is Sue. She loves everybody.
Oh yeah? She's really pretty.
Thank you. You have a good one.
You too. Hang on, I'm gonna see if I can get a picture. All right. I'm just gonna leave that in there. So I guess at the end, I can kind of see why the kids didn't, why it didn't change them with Mary Poppins appearing in the first movie, because they had just assumed that was a dream, that none of it was real. So in the end, whenever they were like, oh, that actually was real, magic is real, I can kind of understand that, I guess. I didn't see that in the first of the movie when I was mad about him being bitter. I hadn't even thought that, oh, hey, maybe it's because they just assumed it was childhood imagination. Plus, I don't remember how old they were, but I know you forget a lot of stuff from childhood. But had a good ending. Oh, I forgot to say the rating. Or maybe I did. I don't know. Giving it a 7 out of 10. Did I? Hang on, I'm gonna go back. I don't remember if I said it or not. But I will be adding it to my collection right alongside Mary Poppins. I'm gonna go on to the recommended movie. This one's gonna be Bunraku. It's a 2010. Take a picture real quick. It is a cross made out of rocks. Very fun, funny, interesting movie. The fighting is very choreographed and has a unique style to it. And the description says, in a future society where guns are illegal, a fist fighter and a swordsman pummel and slash their way through a reclusive leader's army of thugs. And pretty much that's it. It's kind of a little bit of a revenge movie. There's some revenge in it, and kind of like fighting the powers, good versus evil. And the word bunraku is a form of a Japanese puppet theater. So that's kind of, I mean, this isn't a puppet theater, but that's kind of the, a little bit of the style of fighting. Like, it's very kind of goofy theater-ish, but it's really good, so check it out, bunraku. And that's gonna be it for this episode. There's an introduction video out there, so feel free to watch or listen to it so you can get more information about what goes on in my podcast. I'm on YouTube and SoundCloud, and I've also got an Instagram and Twitter. So contact me on any of those if you feel the need. Take care of yourself, because there's only one you out there.